This is an interview on September 3rd at the DLV Lounge in Montclair, New Jersey, with Set and Setting by Nick Perkel. Who am I speaking with? What is your name? What is your position in the band? And how long have you been in the band?
Shane Handel, guitar. I've been in it since the beginning. Started.
I'm Ryan Fugit. Been playing guitar, rhythm, like a year. A year.
Nick. Don't understand my last name. I play bass. I've been in it for a year.
Damn, good call.
Now, give me a rundown on the rest of your band.
We have two drummers who are not here, thankfully. Just kidding. My brother Stephen Handel drums, and Mark Etherington is also the.
Now, how long have they been in the band for?
Mark has been in it since pretty much the beginning. Stephen joined shortly after. So our first tour, they were both, they were in it. So pretty much since the beginning. These two are the new guys.
Do any of you take influence from any bands like the Flower Traveling Band?
I've never heard of that band.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Mark,
maybe, because
He's kind of hippie, yeah. I don't know. I've never heard of that band, so I can't really give you a proper answer.
it's like this psychedelic
I'll just go ahead and say yes.
doom metal band from the 70s. One time they were going to actually open up for the Rolling Stones, but because one of the members of the Rolling Stones had drug charges, the Rolling Stones couldn't tour Japan. So,
Gotcha.
Oh, there you go.
so
Interesting.
Mark does take influence from.
Yeah,
Most
Mark-
likely, yeah. It
Mark
sounds right up
probably
his alley.
does.
yeah. I mean, I ended up finding out about them from this really crazy, badass Yakuza movie where they fire off bazookas in it, so you know it's going to be good.
Oh, yeah.
True. That
Now-
sounds interesting.
For you guys as a band, was there anyone who had the lion's share of songwriting credits on this album?
This
A Vivid
guy.
Memory, or was it pretty much a team effort?
This guy.
I write most of it. We come together as a group, but yeah, most of the melodies and all that were written by me. So.
How much input do you take from the rest of your band?
Not much.
None.
I pretty much write it standard, and it's like then we just play it. So
Now,
it's always been like that. And this is
Nick's got some pull here.
I mean, I write my own bass parts.
Right.
right.
But he writes the songs.
oh, dude, bassist, can you move in a bit?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Now, looking back on your debut album, Equanimity, during the recording sessions for this album, did you use any tracks on A Vivid Memory?
What do you mean? Like any tracks?
Yeah, like, were there any tracks recorded during those sessions?
No.
Okay.
No, it's new, completely new material and new studio, like new producer. Everything was totally different this time. Nothing was reused.
Now, Shane, how lengthy was the audition process for your band to acquire its new members?
It was pretty short. I mean, we had ideas for people, but these two are the number ones, and they played well the first time, and there was no issues, so it was very simple and fitting.
Now, how much work did your new guitarist and bassist get to put into this album?
Do you guys want to answer? I mean, most of the album was written before they joined the band.
Yeah.
I see.
I think we had one song that I wrote pretty much all by myself right at the end, right before we recorded. So half of the record was written, definitely. Over half.
I put in a lot of drinking
Yeah.
during the recording process.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, I just partied.
Anyway,
Now, in the period between your first album and your second album, was there any recording tricks or techniques that you learned that helped enhance the final studio recordings on A Vivid Memory?
not really. I mean, we kind of leave that up to the producer, the guys recording us. So we didn't really have much pull on that end.
Now, you just released your first album on Prosthetic Records. What type of changes happened in your songwriting that is different compared to your debut album?
Well, funny thing is that the album was already written and recorded before we got signed with Prosthetics. So it was the same thing. We were growing as a band anyway, so I feel like the music is better. So maybe, in my opinion, our songwriting got better and all that. So I feel like it's improved, but it wasn't because of Prosthetic Records. It was because of the band.
Okay. Any of you guys have anything to add on that?
Nope.
He's nailed it.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Now, how long did the recording sessions take for A Vivid Memory, and what songs were the most difficult to get through?
Song one was rough. The recording process, we did it over like 2 months, weekend trips. But I mean, we did it pretty pretty fast. Like,
It's like 1 weekend was all drums.
yeah, 3 days of drums, or 3 days of drums and bass, and then probably like 6 or 7 days of guitar, and that was it. So.
How long do the recording sessions take for Vivid Memory? And I guess, what songs were the most difficult to get through?
That was the same one, I think.
Oh shit, I'm sorry. I'm a bit tired.
That's all right.
With your song, The Inevitable Cycle, what type of imagery comes to your mind when you perform that song?
I'm trying to remember which one.
Yeah,
Wait, what was the name of it?
Inevitable Cycle.
Descending Sun.
don't know.
That was really long. I think it was like,
Wait, Descending Sun?
wasn't that like 10 or 12 minutes long?
That one is the longer one, yeah. Descending Sun's
song is that?
the tom one, where we started the toms.
So second in the set?
Yeah.
No, song
Wait, what was the question about that song?
What type of imagery comes to your mind when you perform it?
Oh, well, I mean, like when I named the song, it's our darkest song that we've ever written. It's very like sort of atmospheric and
It's also really relentless.
relentless. Yeah, and so I just imagine within the concept of the album, just like darkness coming within the music. So there came the sun setting.
Was there like any sort of like personal experience going on with any of you guys that helped you kind of like just craft
Yeah.
that song?
Not really. I mean, there was some, personal stuff like just.
There's personal stuff going on all the time.
Right, exactly. yeah.
Yeah.
Human beings going through their own shit, but nothing like, so nothing
Nothing too traumatic or
Nothing,
anything like that.
nothing traumatic or noteworthy really. But
Now, I guess pretty much finishing things off, what do you look back most fondly from playing the Southern Darkness Fest?
I remember getting really drunk. The show was awesome. I remember going ape shit during Magruder Grind. I remember talking to like a million friends and people and missing a bunch of bands because of that. I had a great time. The set was great. I mean, we had a really good show, and so it was fun. A lot of friends were there. It's a good time.
Would you like to go back to any questions?
Yeah. I mean, unless you do.
I guess final words.
Final words?
Each of you guys give me something.
Thanks. I'll start. Thanks for listening. We always appreciate people digging our band. Keep up with us online. We're all over the internet trying to get people to pay attention to what we're doing. And thank you.
I need a beer.
Ditto.
Thanks a lot. This
Yeah.
has been an interview on September 3rd at the DLV Lounge in Montclair, New Jersey with Set and Setting by Nick Perkel.
Cool.